the third issue of Rook, and if just this issue flew by, like I was reading it last night, and before I knew it was over. There's nothing really bad to say about this issue. I did enjoy it. Not a lot happens, I have to say. Like, not a ton of stuff happens. Nothing. I know I was kind of really laying into the last issue for things that I didn't like in it, but there was more good in this. Like, I guess there was one small thing I didn't like, was where the direwolf character, she takes her helmet off, and she's like, sometimes you just have to trust the animals, and like these wolves are absolutely starving. Like, you know, it's literally salivating, looking at the humans. Like, and I think in reality it's a planet where all the animals are starving, and like if you had no mental kind of technology hold over these creatures, once you kind of take away that control, they probably would just tear you apart and savage you. But for whatever reason, I think they're playing this angle of it's like she's built up a friendship. It's kind of humanizing the wolves, which I think in reality they would just eat them. But that was only a small thing, really. I can't fault it for that much. But what I did love about this issue was they're kind of traveling on this. This was probably the most original thing I've seen so far, and it felt very different. Like, now there could be other sci-fi things out there where this type of stuff has been done before, but they come to this area which it's almost like an oasis, like one of the last kind of still thriving civilizations on this planet. The planet's called Exodus, and what I loved here is they come into this area on they're on a kind of I can't remember what were those boats called with the big kind of paddle at the back. It's not a steamboat, a riverboat or something like. But they come in, and like it's really, like, actually you can kind of see here, like there's a lot of cool close-ups, like, and you can see all the people inside of these floating cities that are kind of on the back of turtles and stuff like that. Like, but essentially you meet this character who what's his name, Carapace, is it? And he's like the oldest of these wardens, and like his animals are turtles, I guess, these big giant turtles, which I kind of thought was cool, with cities on their back. Like, and you see they come in, and he's like waving at them, and she's like, hey, how's it going? And I thought this scene was really nice, the way it built up, because then you see this massive big splash in front of the boat, and then like these two turtles come up out of the water with these huge guns on their back, and they're literally like trained on them, so they're obviously not trusting them. And then you find out it's more so they don't like the Rook, because they see him as a bit of a kind of not a traitor, but I think just someone who's not really helping with the effort of saving the planet. Like, and yeah, like, it's, I don't know, they kind of let him in, and they have to do this kind of triangulation thing. There's not a lot to kind of talk about here. It's kind of just what happened, like, but they're trying to call all of the other wardens, and I have to say that this whole series was brilliant, and like there was some really interesting where are they? Some really interesting wardens that are like out in the world, that they start to call. They're trying to call them all to help, like, and they give a kind of a species, vulpus, and he's called Reynard the fox. Like, I actually thought that was really cool. Like, he's got the bow and arrow, but like there's just a ton of, like, a guy with spiders, a ram, like lots of cool stuff. Even like these are what stag deers, these kind of like mountain goats. What are they? Matterhorns. Yeah, like, so just loads of cool, like kind of cool weird creatures that all these wardens are part of, and essentially they're bringing them all in. And I think through this kind of calling thing, they also call the bear guy, who's the guy who wants to kill them, and the issue kind of ends with him kind of on his way with all of his big giant kind of giant bears, and there's a few spaceships back there and stuff, like. So that's it, really. Nothing major to talk about in this issue, so I'll leave it at that.